We did this, what, in 2017 when you first started here. If you watch that old video, I said, hey, Esther, do you want to drive some of these cars? So you guys know already Esther can drive a manual transmission. This is the 2019 Z06 that we ordered in June. I think we got it end of September. We've already done the titanium X pipe on it. It's everything. Everything else is stock, but it sounds much better.
Yes.
So I want to let Esther go for a drive and basically take the camera for a ride. This has a ton of power, so it's a ton of fun. It makes almost 600 foot-pounds of torque right now. I'm going to show you some more dynos later. You guys can relate to me. I know there's plenty of you guys out there that are very, very particular about your car. You got the seat adjusted where you want it?
Yep, I'm already there.
All right, if you want to put it on, I think it's in sport.
I put it in sport.
It's in sport? All right. You know what's going on.
Yeah, I was messing around with it.
All right, give it a couple of blips.
Okay.
Good? All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get this thing rolling. So just to prove that she is driving, I'm filming. She's in the car. E-brake thing's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I forgot to put it on.
Yeah, it
when
does
I pulled
release
it in.
itself, but sometimes you gotta make it really release itself, and if not, it hangs on.
No, I totally forgot it was on. I forgot I pulled it in and put it on. Sorry.
All right, have fun.
Oh, thanks.
Watch the driveway and the lip.
Oh,
Just saying.
see, this is what I was going to talk to you about. All right. So, when you're driving your significant others, or even your own car, if you're a car chick, one of the things that you quickly learn is that they're a lot lower than your typical everyday driver. So you have to learn how to navigate the roads, essentially, so that you don't curb a wheel or smash the front lip or any of the above, essentially. So that's one thing that if you're a new car chick and you want to be able to drive your husband's awesome car, he should teach you, because it's important. You don't want to bring it back damaged because, you know, let's face it, if you're a car guy, you want it to be pristine. It's so much fun. It really is. And for you girls who don't know how to drive a stick, you really need to. It's a whole nother ball of wax. It really gets you into the car. It you have control of the car. You're more engaged. It's just a lot of fun. Just to kind of immerse yourself into the driving experience, because we're so busy in our everyday lives, you know, running here, going there, groceries, things and the other, and just to get into a car and actually just enjoy the drive, enjoy driving the car, it's very exhilarating. It's very just, you know, it just kind of takes you away from everything. So, car guys, moral of the story: take your girls out in the car, show them how to drive it, take them to an empty lot, maybe start on something that's easier to drive. You've got to have more than one car. I'm sure you have something that they can learn on, and get them into it. Really, truly teach them. And if you can't teach them, find somebody else who can. And then you'll be stronger for it. Your girlfriend will be into it. She'll understand when you want to spend money for your car, to make it awesome and add things to it. And, you know, you can really tell her what you're doing instead of having to be like, oh yeah, I just took it in for an oil change, and you know, it's louder, but I don't know what they did to it. Meanwhile, you got an exhaust and all this other stuff, and you're having to hide it. Nobody wants to do that. I mean, people do it, obviously. We're in the business. Sorry guys, maybe he won't put this in the video. But you know, if you get them into it and they understand it and you let them drive it, you know, and it's not just about, oh, hey, honey, you can take it out whenever you want. I mean, it'd be great if you could get to that point, but just sometimes that one drive that you let them do, you know, every 6 months or whatever, because you don't really realize how fast life goes. So it's not like she's gonna be like every 5 minutes, oh, let me take the car, you know. But if you get comfortable enough and she's really good at driving it, why not? What's the point? You know, enjoy your cars. It's like having beautiful china and never using it. I use that analogy all the time. You know, I use my best china every day. Why not? Because if you don't, what's the point? Like, it sits in the china cabinet, you look at it and you go, that's pretty. But if you're not actually eating off of it, you're not truly enjoying it. You know, you take it out of that cabinet, you look at it, you put your food on it, you make it, you know. It's the same thing with your cars. Take them out, use them. Don't, you know, Corvette guys tend to be the worst. And I don't mean that in a bad way. They like to keep the miles low, and I get it. But for me, that's, you know, as John says, keeping it nice for the next guy. But you're not truly enjoying it if you don't put some miles on it. Put some miles on it. So another thing about teaching your girlfriend about cars, you know, you start with the basics and then you go from there. Teaching them how important it is to change the oil regularly and listen for things in the car. Like right now I'm not driving with the radio, obviously I'm recording, but even still, if I go for a drive, sometimes I just like to go without the radio. I like to just listen to the car. I like to hear what the car is doing. And that can be a good thing, because if there is something wrong and you teach a girl how to drive it and how to truly enjoy it, she can listen for those things too. And she might catch something for you. Who knows? She might be like, hey, I heard a rattle, or I think I heard a misfire. And when you empower your girlfriend with that knowledge, or wife, it makes them feel awesome, because they're now interested, they're now educated, and just like any kind of education, when you educate someone, it gets them fired up, and then they want to know more. And who doesn't want to know more with cars? Like, a chick knowing something about cars, that's just awesome. I mean, I just have to say, I think it's awesome. And I'm sure you guys do too. So, you know, educate them. Let them in on all of the bits and pieces that you know. And just, you'll be thankful. She'll be thankful. Can't go into third. That's a good time. That will put a smile on your face for sure. And being in control of the car, girls, is where it's at. I mean, it's fun being in that seat too, but not as fun because you don't know what's happening. Woo! Oh, that was good. Yeah. When you know it's coming, you can expect it. And you can really get into it and enjoy it a bit more. But when you don't know when it's coming, it's a whole nother experience in that seat. So learn to drive it, learn to enjoy it, learn to love it, and you'll understand why they do too.
All I saw through the window was the teeth. You have a good time?
Yes, I did.
Is it out of gas?
It is out of gas.
It is out of gas. It is out of gas too.
It's totally out of gas.
Time to bring it back. Gas lights on.
Yeah, it is.
Did you have fun?
I did.
Did you scrape anything?
Of course not.
No.
We had this conversation.
No.
We had this conversation.
Oh yeah, so we're filming from two perspectives. The GoPro has 26 minutes on it.
Sorry. I mean, I didn't talk the whole time, so you edit.
Videos are worse than mine. I sit and jibber jabber for
But
20 minutes.
I didn't jibber jabber. I was kind of like, I don't know what to say. Am I saying the right things? Am I getting enough in there? And
People
I'm like
want
trying
to
to think.
watch.
Well, you didn't really give me time to prepare. It's just totally on the fly, people.
Yeah, here's the keys. Go for a drive, Esther. There's a GoPro.
Yeah.
Talk to the GoPro.
I wasn't expecting that this morning.
Nice. Did it make your day?
Of course.
Fantastic.
Yeah, of course. I got it. Done our little favorite side road, and this time I pegged it. So,
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Let me get a quick perspective from the back of the car going up the road.
Oh, okay.
Go do it again.
Down there? But you don't want me to get into it here.
No, not here on the side road.
Oh, okay. I guess we're doing this. Do I have to unlock it? Where do I unlock it? Oh, there it is. I don't know where things are in this car.
No, these modern cars, you can't get the doors open. I'm going to put this on the exhaust. Esther's doing a quick drive-by, and we've got the GoPro on the back of the car so you can hear the exhaust. So just to prove that she is driving, I'm filming. She's in the car. Yeah, that sounded good. Yeah. No, you're good. Okay, I think I just made Esther's day. What do you think? She came back. You saw teeth. She was smiling. She told me her palms are getting sweaty from driving the car, you know, punching it and feeling that acceleration. So I'm trying to less OCD myself, letting that car drive away with somebody else in it. I can't even describe it. So she's telling you to let your girl drive your car. I'm not gonna give any advice because I had a hard time with it. Anyway, the car's back. She can drive a car, but it's just that watching your car with somebody else in it, it's tough. But she didn't scrape anything. She done curb wheels. She's extremely careful. Even when I tell her, hey, mat it down here, let the tires break loose, she drives it with the traction control on. Once the tires start to spin, it pulls power back. Traction control is very good on this car. It doesn't break loose and let you get sideways, and it doesn't shut the throttle down on some cars where it accelerates and it falls in its face. It keeps the power on, but it allows the tires to spin a little bit, but it doesn't let you get out of control. So she's safe, but it's still watching the car go away. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. There is going to be more on this car. There might be more on her driving a different car, we'll see. But in the meantime, stay tuned, click the like, click the subscribe, and like I always say, and Esther even says, enjoy your cars.